bodyguards. Don't really need Sharp Shadow for just traveling around. Hatchlings are cute, but unlike the Waverlings, they die. So it's not really all that beneficial to me for the glowing wound to be taking up my soul meter that I need for healing. Hey, Virus! Welcome! I'm just on my way to pay a visit to Shio. so cute! Yo, this is adorable!
To stop gun. To stop gun. To stop gun.
So cute! I love the Nailmaster brothers. They're just so wholesome.
To stop gun. To stop gun.
Surprisingly soft-spoken for one so large. Here's Dryad, kindly Isma, mysterious Samir, and the other one.
To stop gun.
Mighty Hegemol. I'm assuming he's referring to the knight that the false knight's armor originally belonged to. To judge from the figure he's making.
Ranjo Stenja.
Goodness, I love his voice. In answer to your question, Virus, I did manage to finish the Path of Pain. That section that I had gotten stuck on a portion right at the end, and I didn't know it. But I was committed to finishing the Path of Pain last night, because you know how it is, if you stop in the middle, and then you sleep, and then come back to it, you forget everything. And I didn't want to have that problem where I was back at skill level 1 in the middle of the Path of Pain. That would not have been good. I did end up finishing it though, and I got the Hunter's Journal entry for the Seal of Binding as proof. Thank you for not killing me when I asked you to. I was irritated at first, but I had some time to think up here, and I soon saw the wisdom in your decision. The world is made of more than metal and weapons. I set out exploring and soon found my way here. Shio is a master of many arts and has promised to teach me what he can. I think I'll be quite happy here. Yo, that's so cute.
Ranjo
We're building a
Stenja.
full suit of the kingdom's knights. In their time, I barely ever paid them attention, but Shio keenly remembers each. And you appear to be building a king's mold at the moment. There were 2 of those at the end of the Path of Pain. It's so refreshing. Nothing like the crude practice of nailwork. I just love all the intricate details.
Jonsha.
This is fabulous. I'd never have believed my claws capable of such deft construction. An age spent toiling alone. This is much nicer.
Jonsha.
God, so cute. It's so wholesome. It's moments like this that make this game worth all the stress. Oh, I also found that last charm notch, so I have room for the Weaverlings in my charm build. And I just love that they all sleep whenever I'm sitting at a bench. It's so cute! But yeah, all the way at the bottom of the journal, I got this Seal of Binding entry from completing the Path of Pain. I spent like an hour trying to get past the last room, and then there were 2 King's Molds waiting at the end. And you know how King's Molds are, they deal double damage, and there were 2 of them. So it was a little bit of a scary encounter. And I didn't have Grimchild with me because of platforming. I wasn't exactly expecting there to be enemies, particularly powerful enemies at that. But thanks to my charm build that I was using at the time, I gained plenty of soul every time I took a hit, so I was able to basically blast them somewhat from a distance as well with spells. And I'm fairly certain that the spells deal more damage than my nail, if only by a little bit. And also, since I had the Unbreakable Strength charm on, I think I had the Unbreakable Strength charm on at the time, I was able to survive the encounter, and I didn't have to end up doing it all again, which is nice. Funnily enough, I don't think I got an achievement for it. I don't know if there is an achievement for completing the Path of Pain. But, I have the Seal of Binding for proof, so I don't know if it was just Steam kind of glitched out and didn't give me the achievement, or if there is no achievement. If there is an achievement, I may end up going back and doing it again for the achievement. But, probably not anytime soon. For now, I'm just kind of going back through the different areas and filling out my hunter's journal, because there are still a few that I haven't gotten the mark for. I've gotten most of them, but there are still a few that I haven't gotten the frame for that deciphers the hunter's notes. I also do plan to go and visit the Dung Defender so I can fight I think it's called the White Defender? His dream boss. Because I love him, and he's just a wholesome person to be around in the first place. Currently I'm wearing the Dream Wielder, Grimchild, Weaver Song, Compass, Gathering Swarm, and Hive Blood. Oh man, they're going at it. Go, my Weaverlings! I want to see if they can actually kill it. It could take a while. I don't think they deal a whole lot of damage, but... they're trying. Yeah, I didn't finish the Path of Pain until, like, after 1 in the morning. I believe it took a total of 4 hours to do the Path of Pain. Maybe more. I don't really remember for sure. it is a little frustrating because I've noticed bits, little moments where like my game itself is kind of glitching. Layout with a space for a cam? Oh! Yeah, you're talking about the, you're talking about... It's a, it's another stream setup that I've been kind of toying around with because it's got this stream starting soon screen and a be right back. Plus there's a live stream with the latest donations and all these different like stats. But I think this thing that you're seeing, that's actually for the chat, not for... That's actually where the chat's supposed to appear. The webcam is this. But since I don't use webcam, I've got that positioned down in the corner where it's out of the way, but I can still see the stats. What I was originally gonna do, I love it as well, but every now and again the animation stops, and I don't know why it does that. Originally, I was gonna have my name here be where the webcam is. But I decided to go against that because it took so much of the screen. And I don't know why the animation keeps stopping, which is why I decided not to use the dark drops. Use the loading screens from dark drops on my normal setup that I have over here. So I kind of switched between them for the loading screen whenever I stepped away for a little bit. I'm still learning. I'm trying to figure out the layout and loading screens and overlays and such, because my homemade overlay here is it looks cheap because it's unfinished, and I kind of feel bad about that. Let's see, I'm gonna head up so I can go to the tram. Alright. Oh! Well, thank you. That wasn't necessary. Welcome. We're just playing a little bit of Hollow Knight. I have just completed the Path of Pain, and I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do next. For now, we're on our way to the... Oh, geez. You stop. We're on our way to the waterways so that we can... We're on our way to visit the Dung Defenders, because I have not completed his dream battle yet. Ow. Interesting, the Weaverlings can't... No fear! That was great! I was just gonna stand there and let the Weaverlings take care of him, but... That was funny. I do have a tendency to break the game every now and again. Alright, Royal Waterways. It's a nasty little area. But I've got my bodyguards, so I think I'll be fine. I appreciate that, Virus. As I said yesterday, you're the one I would never want a vaccine for. Okay. Let's see if he is awake or if I'm gonna be able to get the dream battle. I don't hear him. So that's a good sign. Alright. Wish me luck. I've never attempted this battle before. And my spiders immediately just jump into the abyss. I mean, when you can teleport, then I suppose there's no real reason not to. Ow. Whoa, that's new. Okay, so the descending dash actually isn't... Descending dash isn't stunning him out of his dig. I didn't dash fast enough. I'm gonna die. Man, my spiders are like going ham. Oh, my weaverlings! I'm so proud of my children. Ow. Yes! This time my spiders got the killing blow. Oh, I love them. Oh. I'm glad this guy made it. I'm glad he survived and... Oh. I like him. I don't care what anybody says, he's awesome. I don't know why I'm like that, but I always get like this sense of pride whenever my my weaverlings or like if any of my companions deal damage or land the killing blow on an enemy, it makes me feel proud. And I don't know if that's just me being sappy or not, but I love my children. They're so cute, but so deadly. And now that I've done the dream battle with the Dung Defender, I have enough essence to be able to do the next check mark for the Dream Nail. Like I said, you know, this game is full of little... I used to have arachnophobia, so I can understand why the weaverlings might bother you. You, get out. You're not welcome. Go away. Shoot. Scat. Okay. So let's take off that. Put this on. I don't have quite enough charm notches for unbreakable strength, so let's go for Nail Master's Glory and Grub Song. these are all the charms that provide companions. So you can have a veritable little army. And I love the fact that they all sleep. It's so cute. So you could be going around. It is a tactic that some players do to go around just with these charms on and have their own army to do the fighting for them. And let's say you decide to go with a charm build that includes, say, Soul Eater. This would dramatically increase the amount of soul you can get to be able to provide soul for, like, the glowing womb. Or, like what I had before, you could add on Grub Song so that if something manages to land a hit on you, that will also give you soul. Also, thereby fueling the glowing womb. My biggest problem with this charm is that it takes soul to use, and the hatchlings that it makes aren't indestructible like the Weaver Song charm. So my little spiders, they can throw themselves off a cliff and they can collide with enemies and they can walk through thorns all they want. They're not going to take any damage because they're spiders and they're awesome like that. Maybe Sylvirus, but my luck doesn't work that way. And besides, the Dream Shield breaks as well. So there are maybe brief instances, but there are instances where the Dream Shield is inactive. Meaning that there's points where attacks can slip through it. And knowing my luck, that'll be the thing that kills me. What was I going to be doing now? Oh yeah. I'm on my way to the resting grounds. Good grief! Now see, that right there is what I meant about the... Ow! That's what I meant about the glowing womb charm. Ow. Is that the hatchlings They're basically bullets. They fire themselves at one enemy, and if they hit and deal damage, they disappear. Which means that the soul that I could be using to heal is being used to make more projectiles. Which is the only thing I dislike about that charm. If they were like the spiders, in that they didn't disappear after a single use, then I would this is probably another charm that I would keep on like at all times. Especially since they are absolutely adorable! So that is unfortunate how fragile the hatchlings are. It is cute that they teleport as well, though. The folk of my tribe were born from a light. Light similar to essence, similar to that powerful blade, though much brighter still. They were content to bask in that light and honored it for a time. But another light appeared in our world. A worm that took the form of a king. How fickle my ancestors must have been. They forsook the light that spawned them, turned their backs to it, forgot it even. And so this kingdom was born from that betrayal. But the memories of that ancient light still lingered, hushed whispers of faith, until all of Hallownest began to dream of that forgotten light. But what's done is done, and so am I. The wielder has at last appeared, and I've held the memories of my tribe for long enough. It's time for us to be forgotten too. Don't remember us, wielder. Don't honor us. We do not deserve it. I'm sorry. Light. Radiance. I remember you. Ascension! So she didn't just die, she just ascended. That's incredible. I'm really conflicted right now, actually. Because I love the hatchlings, but if I'm not able to collect a lot of soul, I can't really use them. And I always feel bad that I summon these little hatchlings that are just absolutely precious, adorable little mini-me's that fly, and then immediately send them to their deaths. I'm not even sending them. They're just impulsively kamikazing themselves into enemies. They don't have fight or flight reflexes. They have flight of fight reflexes. They fly directly into the faces of dangers that pose a threat to my person. But as much as I love them, they take up soul, which I need for healing. So they're the kind of thing that I can't use if I need to heal. There goes one. And there he goes again. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And considering most enemies die fairly quickly, usually before I even get to them, I don't exactly have a way to replenish soul. Ah! Why am I going this way? I do like, though, that the Weaverlings can attack enemies without triggering aggro. Unfortunately, as much as I love the hatchlings, I have to take them off. Where's my dream gate? Okay. I guess I can't do it in the elevator. There we go. Let's see. This is the charm build that I've been using. The spiders are so cute. I love having all these little bodyguards. I have not been to the Black Egg Temple, actually. I have essentially decided that instead of fighting the Hollow Knight, I'm going to be doing Godhome, which is quite a bit harder, I am well aware, but still. I want to get the ending that means the Hollow Knight survives, because I like the Hollow Knight, and I feel bad for him, and it's not his fault that he is in the awful situation that he is in. The only problem is, I'm not entirely sure what to do next. Because I'm not going to be doing the Trial of the Fool. I've officially completed the Dreamnail quest. I've done everything in the Crystallized Mound, or in Crystal Peaks. So all that's left, really, that I haven't actually completed is I've still got mask shards somewhere in the overworld to find, and this last vessel fragment. But I have no idea where the vessel fragment could be. Or the mask shards, for that matter. Because they're not rewards in the Pantheon, because there are no rewards in the Pantheons. And they can't be rewards for the Colosseum either, because I've already gotten all the rewards. Aside from Trial of the Fool, and I'm not going to be doing that. So these last fragments must be hidden somewhere in the overworld that I just haven't been to. And honestly, that's kind of frustrating. I could go around grinding up enough Geo to get my last charm back and complete the Leg Eater side quest as well. I think I'll do that actually. Oh man, I love that the spiders and Grimchild can act as indestructible projectiles. I'm gonna talk to Hornet real quick, just so I can get this dialogue. I'm impressed, little ghost. You've burdened yourself with the fate of the world, yet still you stand strong. To break the Dreamer's seals would alone be considered an impossible task, but to accept that void inside yourself, that casts you as something rather exceptional.
Hakana Sagamos. La venido.
The path is opened. One way or another, an end awaits inside. I won't be joining you in this. That space is built to sustain your likes. Its bindings would drain me were I to join. Don't be surprised. I'll not risk my own life in your attempt. Though if the moment presents, I'll aid as I am able.
Hakana Sagamos.
Ghost of Hollownest. You possess the strength to enact an end of your choosing. Would you supplant your birth-cursed sibling, or would you transcend it?
Hakana Sagamos.
Could it achieve that impossible thing? Should it? The effects in here are nuts! Vessel, though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hollownest will be whole again. Completion percentage viewable in inventory. Let's take a peek. I am already over 100% done. I was not expecting that. I'm a little shook at the moment because I didn't think wow. There's only 6% left untouched. That 6% probably being the last couple Pantheons and the Hollow Knight himself. Um. Okay. Nope. I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Just wow. The spiders just dive bomb on an explosive enemy. No fear. Hey, Grubfather. Been a while. How you holding up? Wow, you springy. Not particularly. I have terrible memory. If I remember correctly, I can't get down from here, right? Whoa! That was close. Okay. I do know that I have all of the charm notches. Oh, I just realized this is a very dangerous area to have companions. Ow! You had mentioned before how the jellyfish seemed to be... Well, somebody mentioned before how the jellyfish seemed to be an odd thing to have in Hollow Knight, since they're not, you know, insect or even plant-based. But the thing is, I think they are supposed to be plant-based, because they kind of remind me of slime molds. Certain slime molds form bubbles and generate certain fumes that will lift their spores into the air. So I think the quote-unquote jellyfish are supposed to be based on slime molds. But that's just kind of my take on it. It's probably not accurate, but, you know, just kind of is what it is. Yeah, if I remember correctly... Whoop. Ow! I forgot that was one of the explodey ones. If I remember correctly, I'm unable to go down from here. Oh. No. I guess it isn't blocked. I love how the spiders just take these flying leaps to swing at an enemy, even if it means throwing himself into a void. Of course, then again, their parent being born a void, I suppose they would have nothing to fear of such things. You guys okay? I broke it again. Oh no. I don't know how I keep managing to do that. These guys aren't even phased by acid. Love you guys. But yeah, basically I'm just trying to kind of grind up 9,000 Geo. So that way I can finish the Leg Eater side quest. Ooh. I even finished that Hunter's Journal entry. I'm going to try to avoid Mantis Village because I don't want to cause unnecessary damage to my allies. Ow. I don't equip them because I'm just used to playing without them. My particular charm build, I don't have room for either of those things. So it's just kind of... I have adjusted to playing the game without them, so. Okay, let's see. Where's a place where I can get a lot of jam? Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't there that, the Delicate Flower side quest? Where's the Grey Mourner? I don't think I've encountered that one yet. I don't remember if it was a mask fragment or the soul fragment that the Delicate Flower side quest gives you. But it's one of those two. Yeah, because Deep Nest is always spawning those little silverfish things. So you never really run out of enemies to fight. But I know the Delicate Flower I have to take here. That's the goal for the Delicate Flower side quest, but I don't know where the Grey Mourner is to get the Delicate Flower to take over to the Queen's Garden. So that's kind of... that's not good. I don't know where... it's not Isma's Grove. Where's the Grey Mourner? Is it this? Up here in Kingdom's Edge? I don't think that was a warrior's grave, because the warrior's grave was the square room down there. Got my bodyguards snapping those bellflies. this platforming is so baby. After the Path of Pain, this is easy mode. Ah, that's not what I'm looking for. Look at the... Oh, they're... This is interesting. Because they can't kill life seeds. That's interesting. But yeah, there's still the issue of I don't know where the Grey Mourner is, and I need to find her so that I can do the Delicate Flower side quest, because I'm fairly certain that the Delicate Flower side quest has either the last soul fragment that I need or one of the mask fragments. And besides, I want to give a Delicate Flower to Elderbug up in Dirtmouth first of all, because he deserves some love. And I also want to give a Delicate Flower to the Godseeker down in the Junk Pit. And I want to see if I can give a Delicate Flower to Bretta as well. That would be amazing. I would love to give her a flower. I am all for having Ghost have a girlfriend. Because he may not express emotion. He may not express anything, really. But the knight you're playing as is shown to have feelings. You know, he has sympathy. And he can hold a grudge. So I'm all for giving him a girlfriend. He may be genderless, technically. But I mean, hey. Oh man, it's actually really bothering me now. I don't suppose you know where the Grey Mourner is. I want to say they're somewhere out here in Kingdom's Edge, but I don't know for sure. I just remember that it's like a huge trek from the Grey Mourner to this place over in the Queen's Gardens. I highly doubt they'd be over here in Deep Nest. I suppose I could pay a visit to Mato, or was it Oro down here? Yeah, the Grey Mourner is one of the 5 original knights of Hallownest, and they give you a mission to take a delicate flower to the grave in the Queen's Gardens. That's the one that says, "Here lies the traitor's child." Because the Grey Mourner was in a relationship with the child of the Mantis, the traitor lord Mantis. So they'll give you a side quest to take a flower to their grave, but if you take damage, the flower is destroyed. So it's kind of a rough side quest. Ow. And you can't fast travel either when you're doing this side quest, because the fast travel will also destroy the flower. Ow. Oh right, there was just a grub here, and just like that my lifeblood masks are gone. Oh well. Well done, grandchild. Yes, because that's another mission that I would like to get out of the way. Ow, I forgot there were spikes. Like, which region of the map, first of all? I can't say I'm the most confident in my ability to get from one place to another without taking damage, but... East in the resting grounds. Okay. It's not this, is it? 'Cause I thought I'd been there, and I don't remember seeing the Grey Mourner. No? Okay. So it must be in an area that I haven't encountered yet in the resting grounds. Well, I'm gonna come down here and pay a visit to, I believe it's Oro, real quick. The ceiling above a chest. Alright, thank you. Ouch! Sensei!
Garo Wenele. Go Adame, Churo.
So Shio was the strongest. Interesting. Aloof, but not unkind.
Gehwal Nedoka. Telesomet.
Uh-oh. I think I broke his animation. Oh no! I broke it! No, Oro, I'm sorry! Go back to sleep! Oh, buddy! Oh no! What have I done? Whoa, when did I sit down? My game is falling apart. Oh no! Oro! Ah! This happened to me as well every now and again whenever I was doing the Path of Pain, where it's like the game was glitching and it was like skipping frames and moving my character different places from where I was actually at or where I was even going. So I'm literally breaking my game and I don't know how. But yeah, it's like impossible not to love the Nailmaster brothers. And like those little tidbits hinting at their personality, like Shio being the strongest and being somewhat aloof but not unkind, and how Mato has the whole thing about honor and loyalty. Those little tidbits that just kind of fill in their character. I love that. I live for stuff like that. Speaking of the other Nailmaster, I kind of want to go visit him, but I don't remember exactly where he is. I've seen Shio over here with his new roommate, the nailsmith. I've visited Oro, so now it's just Mato, but I don't remember where exactly he is. Is this him up at the Howling Cliffs? Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of other people who have broken the game. I think the fastest way to get to Mato is by stag. gonna lie, Sly kind of makes me think of Master Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. He's like super tough and he puts on this strict face and all this, but he's actually kind of a teddy bear. And he has this sort of unspoken soft spot for the students he's trained. Not to say that he's particularly like tsundere or anything like that, but since he's a teacher, he loves them, but he can't play favorites or anything like that.
Binderlo, bam.
Hey, Mato! It's been a little while. Dash slash. So he's still alive then.
Garo Wenele.
Shio! He's so happy about Shio. Wow. Shio and I were very close. Glad to see he changed his mind and continues to bear the proud title of Male Master. Well, just because you learn something new doesn't mean you lose what you had previously.
Garo Wenele.
Could it be? Only the great Nail Sage himself could have bestowed such a thing. Your achievements humble my own. I myself have sworn never to lay eyes on the Nail Sage again, not until I've truly mastered his teachings. But if you see him again, please let him know that I am forever grateful.
Helesomet.
Rest and meditate with me for a while. Yes! I was hoping! Oh, it's complete. Oh, that feels so good. I just wish my kids would settle down and meditate as well, like they do when I sit at a bench. Oh, these fine details. They didn't have to put this in the game. This isn't necessary for the game. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just wholesome. Oh, I love it so much. Oh man. They're not. They're just wound up a little too tight standing guard for me. I mean, you know how they are. They will literally shoot anything that poses a potential threat to my person. To quote Pete, they're like a well-oiled machine that's wound just a little too tight. Oh man, now that's a reference. Brother Shio, how fare you in that green kingdom of thorns you call home? I think of you every time I raise my nail. Do you ever close your eyes and remember the time we spent together with Oro and our master? I like to think you do. Aww. And the option to just sit and meditate with him stays. I love that. Ooh, this game is so good. Honestly, I haven't decided. Grimchild is technically one of those genderless entities, much like Ghost and the Hollow Knight. I'm gonna start calling the character I'm playing as, I'm just gonna start calling him Ghost, because that's what Hornet always calls him. And it's quite fitting, to be perfectly honest. But since Grimchild is genderless like Ghost, it makes things a little bit more difficult to narrow down a good name for them. Because I would like to choose a gender neutral name so that I'm not like subconsciously gendering them. Or like implying that they're either male or female when technically speaking they're not. Ooh. Oh, brother, you're so cute. I love that she blushes as well if you sit here with her long enough. In technicality, I kind of feel strange changing Grimchild's name, because they're gonna grow up into the next Grim. They already have a name, technically speaking. And I don't really have control over that, since I did go through with the ritual, and the Nightmare Heart has already kind of moved into Grimchild, if that makes sense. That's a cute name. Okay, a name just popped into my head and I'm unsure how to feel about it, but I kind of want to call him Match. Because his weapon of choice is fire. And whenever I think about it, the sound he makes whenever he spits out a fireball kind of sounds like striking a match. If that makes sense. And it's a cute little one-syllable name that it sounds like a nickname that could go to either male or female, so it's kind of fitting. And I like the idea of naming him Match, but since Ghost can't talk, no one else gets it because they have like a silent communication. And then, after he's grown up and he's the next Grim, they randomly encounter each other. And, like, Ghost sees him first and calls out, "Hey, Match!" And Grim just, like, gets all flustered and he perks up and he spins around. Oh, it's so cute! Okay, Grimchild is officially Match. Now I have to figure out names for the Weaverlings. Not that I can actually tell them apart, but... Ah, so cute. So cute! Ghost and Match. Oh man, it's so cute. Heard a piercing cry from the well. It echoed about my mind and left me all a daze. I'd say it was a foul beast's death, but this cry sounded different. Divine? Has something happened, little traveler? No, don't tell me. If foul events are brewing, it's probably better I don't know. English, it's nicer than Portuguese, but I love it.
Madaula. Isu.
Ah, good riddance. That creepy carnival has vanished and the town's returned to its former self. Nice and quiet, as I like it. It's quite enough to deal with just the occasional traveler. Whole structures appearing out of nowhere, dreadful music, horrific masks, all far more than one old bug should have to face.
Akala. Imtolo.
Plus, I enjoy the company, not that you seem the talkative sort. I know! Oh my days! It's so cute! I love... I'm not gonna lie. I have like an entire fan fiction developed for this game. It's still a work in progress because the events in my fanfiction are closely following how my gameplay goes, but I've got like all this lore and I have this sort of alternate universe thing going on where my character is a Grimm child whose charm was broken by the person who started the ritual with Grimm. Let's see, a room above a chest. It's not this, I don't think. Ow. What in the world is that? You see that, right? What's going on here? I think one of my spiders got stuck in the wall. Oh no. I only see two of them jumping around down there. I think the third one got stuck in the wall. Hang on, baby, I'll save you. Ah. There we go. I found it. Ooh. Oh, so this is where that caved-in room goes. Oh, that caved-in tunnel on the other side. Wow. Oh, there's a bench. Very nice. I love how the spiders like look around first before they actually settle. It's adorable. Okay. Cool. So I think I'll actually set my dream gate here so that if I do end up losing the flower... Oh, those are... That's a big nail you got back there. That's like the bug equivalent of a bastard sword.
La mer.
Ah, Mahon. This world, this cruel, sinful world. Why does she wake? Why does she persist? Ah, La Mer. You could not know of tragedy as complete as she is. True lovers stripped apart. Two worlds that could not meet. And now my lover, dead so long in time. Dead so far away. Buried in Luina. Aye, among its hateful kin that did deny our union, did they reject Shay's outsideness. She doesn't suppose. Nalo, how could she ask? Could she burden? Le Maire, couldst you deliver gift to her grave? This gift is maybe small, but the trek is long. She rests among her kind near our queen's lush refuge. Would such a thing be done? She asked, perhaps impossible things, mad things. For Le Maire to take up such quest would be a kindness she has near forgotten. Yes!
Nama la meho.
Rare boon you grant, Le Maire. It shall be Shay's last request. After this, never shall she lay a burden on another. A sacred flower is the offering. It is a rare, delicate object. One of a kind. You must cherish it, must act as if it were your own heart. If you were to get hurt whilst carrying it, or did attempt to ride those jolting transit beasts, it would forever be destroyed. Her grave lies in the middle of the Queen's overgrown estate. It is surrounded by her kind, who will not look kindly on your trespass. Take care, Le Maire. My hopes I place upon you, and my fervent wish that this small solace may come to pass. Ooh, Niminu, nails and claws. Why must it be so? Okay. Now the hard part. The problem is, I don't know if the trams will destroy the flower. Because I know the stag stations will, and teleporting with the Dream Gate will as well. So I'm going to forego the tram on the assumption that it will also destroy the flower. And if I can get this done in the first try, I would like to. I'm torn because I really want to listen to him and sit with him and have this final moment, but at the same time, I don't want him to disappear. But you know what? I will, just not right now. Whoa! That actually startled me. One of my spiders must have gone down and blew up the explosive. Thank you. Nope. Not risking that. Ah, darn it, I have to. No! Blasted Aspid. Flip. I'm sorry.
Why? Hello, Penny.
Yes.
La mer, hello.
I'm not stopping this mission until I get it done. I have a headcanon that after the scene on the Blue Lake, he goes up to Dirtmouth and he just moves in with Elderbug, and he just kind of retires. Sorry, Quirrell. You just meditate there and be good. Yeah, I much prefer the idea that instead of drowning himself, as most people assume he's done, Quirrell instead goes... There we go. Quirrell instead makes his way up to Dirtmouth and just retires. Because he's tired and old. And heaven knows he deserves a break. I mean, for crying out loud. Yeah, this mission is certainly difficult.
Why? Hello, Penny. La mer, hello.
Me too, Virus. It's a much more wholesome ending that Coral definitely deserves to have. I mean, it's not like he particularly expresses suicidal thoughts or anything. Whenever you talk to him for the last time, he just is tired. And understandably so, all things considering. Because when you think about it, Coral is older than Elderbug. And that's a scary thing to think about. But the common theory is that he drowns himself because after you have this somber moment with him, he disappears and he leaves his nail here. And you get the achievement, a final moment with whenever you sit with him. So the common theory is that he just, you know, I don't like that thought. I honestly, I don't believe it. So I prefer the thought that he just retires. And he leaves his nail behind because he doesn't intend to use it anymore. And he just makes his way up to Dirtmouth, where he sleeps. Into a well-earned rest. No. I see you up there. Okay. I'm gonna try and go up this way. No, I'm not. Crud. It's much more wholesome to think that he goes up to Dirtmouth and retires, and he just stays with Elderbug. That fucker again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So many explosive guys. Oh man, this room's gonna be a pain. Oh, that was close. I was facing the wrong way. No! Flippin' tick. Alright, fine. I'll take this opportunity to clear out the enemies. Because I believe these guys are enemies that won't respawn until you sit at a bench. gonna say going through Green Path is probably the safest bet for getting there in One Piece. Because Fog Canyon is definitely a no-go. I know, and I'm sorry. I will get this done for you, though. I am. I'm bad at the game, and I've built up her hopes only to come back and wreck them again with news that I broke her flower. It's not Ghost's fault that I suck. The only bright side in the way that I'm doing this is that with each trip I make, I clear the path a little more. Because big enemies don't respawn. I got random essence from that. Almost jumped into spikes. Well, no matter how many tries it takes, it's going to happen. To get through here last time without drawing their attention. But honestly, I'd rather have them out of the way, just in case something stupid happens. It's also nice since I don't have to worry about the acid. No! No! Oh. And since I'm not gonna be sitting in a bench, those enemies won't respawn. So I don't have to worry about that. just have to be wary of the explodey enemies. And be smart to not jump into thorns. Okay, so I gotta go down from this room. Ah, I spawned too soon! Not even dead. Confound it. Fine, I'll go all the way there, map out my course, and clear the road of significant enemies. Ugh. Okay. So I'll come down here. Go around this way. And it's through here. Across the big moss chamber. And I can just run straight through there so I don't have to worry too much about taking damage. Opened up a shortcut through this room. Well, I suppose it doesn't particularly matter, since I'm immune to the acid, as long as I'm not stupid. Okay, so it goes to this portion here. Okay, so I'll go through there. Okay, so yes, this room is gonna be a challenge. I got bounced into spikes. So I'll just go through, kind of clear out the pathway. Down again. Oh, I love green path. This room is going to be terrible. I don't trust my platforming to be able to get through here without taking damage, actually. Let me see if I can't find a better route. Maybe this way. Man, that's brutal. Still there, huh? Okay, so that's definitely an easier chamber to navigate. Trouble being that there's no way through. Cripes, so that's the only pathway. That's really the only pathway I have. I didn't want to enter again. Okay, so I have to practice navigating that room. So this is the part that keeps throwing me off. I didn't jump high enough. Ah! Too high. Again, too high. Do I have Grub Song equipped? I do not. There we go. Thank you. I actually needed that reminder. Okay, so this room is really not hard to navigate. It's just a question of getting here. I'm really hoping this is the last time. Because not gonna lie, hearing her cry out, "Why?" is just heart-wrenching. She's grieved for so long, that she literally emits clouds of dust when she moves. Nyom. Oh, hush, Salura. But yeah, big enemies won't respawn until you sit at a bench. So, hopefully, I won't have to deal with them. With any form of luck, that means that my path is now clear. That could be read poorly, but I do understand what you mean. I love being able to reconcile long-standing problems that people can't really solve on their own. So now that I've gone through and cleared the way, this should be a relatively easy trip. Keyword being should, because once I get to the place in Green Path with all the thorns, things will get a bit difficult. Because I can't exactly clear out thorns. I've never played Majora's Mask, but I think I know what you're talking about. It's the quest that involves the Keton Mask, isn't it? I don't know why I did that, I just kind of felt like These mosquito things are gonna be like the bane of my existence. Of course, I'm sure they are for everybody. Because they like lunge at you from a pretty fair distance. My spiders are already going at it. Well done, you lot. I'm gonna just duck out of there real quick. Passing through. Okay. Yum. Just kind of bypass that platforming so I don't have to worry about the thorns just yet. Now hopefully the mantises will have not respawned. I don't think they're among the enemies that respawn. Doesn't look like it do, which is good. Oh, that was close. Now, if I can just get past this. Okay. So far, so good. I did it! Okay. Don't get ahead of yourself. Would be really cool. Like that pose where he turns around so he has the back to the camera and he swings out his nail to the side and he's looking up at whatever opponent he's challenging. That pose. Yeah, I could get behind that. Again, I'm going the wrong direction here. The Mantis Lords are also one of my favorite fights in the game. They're not particularly difficult, but a boss doesn't have to be difficult. No! I hit the wrong button! I was doing so well. Twitchy thumbs. I even got past the hardest part of the platforming. Cripes. I'm mad at myself for that, really. I was almost there. I was the room before the chamber I need to deliver the flower to. That's frustrating. Well, here's hoping I can get that platforming done again. What am I doing over here? Oh man, that's dumb. That was so dumb. Once I've delivered the flower to the grave, it'll grow more flowers. So I can always go back there to get another one to give to somebody else. I don't want to deliver a flower to Elderbug or to the Godseeker until I've finished the quest, because I don't want to tell the Grey Mourner that I gave the flower to somebody else. Because this specific flower that I'm currently carrying is her gift to her beloved. It's not my right to give it to somebody else. Maybe that's unnecessarily sentimental of me, but I mean, come on. Now I do have a question about this this tattoo that you're looking into getting. Were you going to do it in black and white, or did you want it to be colored? Because the knight himself, whether it's black and white or grayscale or, you know, color, it doesn't really make a difference for the knight himself. But for the Mantis Lords, they have color. So if it's just like a black and white outline, or maybe even grayscale, it would kind of have a different impact on what the Mantis Lords look like. I think it would look pretty cool as grayscale, but at the same time, there's specific perks and charms to all three variations. Like, just a black and white outline would be a lot more intense. You wanted to do it with colors? Yeah. That way you could have, like, the whole background and the arena and everything. Don't mind me, I'm just passing through. Yum. It's one of the few areas where challenging the boss doesn't feel like you're facing an enemy. Like, I don't really know how to fully explain the feeling of the specific arena, but it doesn't feel like you're there because you're on opposite sides or anything. And that's part of what makes the Mantis fight so amazing. Why did I do that? This is the wrong way. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was close. No! Spit! That one part of platforming is what gets me every blasted time. Now this is more befitting of the name Path of Pain. Not necessarily because it's hard or painful to do, but because of the nature of the mission. Fulfilling the last wish of a grieving... I don't know if I can call her a widower or not. But definitely in that vein of love lost. And there's also the fact that if you fail, you get hit even once. Regardless of whether it's an enemy or a natural obstacle. Just the tiniest nick and you have to start entirely over. Once you clear the road of major enemies, it's not hard. Except for a couple of platforming segments. And honestly, as frustrating as that is, it's really smart on the developer's part. Because they make sure that nothing is too easy. Especially since this mission, if I remember correctly, has either a mask fragment or a soul fragment as the reward. And it's not exactly late game, but it's not early game either. So the difficulty is naturally ramped up a little bit. it's an example of one of those missions that's difficult, but not in a bad way. And yeah, it's frustrating, but me failing the mission is my own fault. I don't know where these people got all the ideas for this game and the world, and you know, just I almost walked right into you while my map was open. I just gotta say that Team Cherry, you know, all the guys that worked on this project, they're amazing. They developed this huge, vibrant world with all these different creatures and an in-depth story, and just all around, it feels like this is a place that I could actually visit. Colors, the sights, the sounds, the ambiance, the music. They really knew what they were doing. Okay, I've made it back to the Queen's Gardens. Ugh. Had a mini heart attack when I saw the thorns. Okay. Take a sip. I'm glad the spiders don't trigger the platforms. I panicked. Chris. It's ringing a bell, but I can't place it. I think I've heard of it probably a while ago. But I can't say that I've looked into it enough to be able to remember. That last part in the Thorn Room is the most frustrating thing to me because it's such a narrow window. I don't know who keeps coming over there and repairing all those gravestones I keep smashing, but kudos to them. ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's like the whole thing is easy except for that one tiny little spot. Trick with the mosquitoes is to dodge them first and then hit them when they get stunned on a wall or floor. It's safer than trying to counter them as they lunge at you. I randomly got essence for that. Whoop. I almost forgot about that guy spawning there. Nobody likes mosquitoes. That's just end of story. Nobody likes them when they appear in the Colosseum either. Honestly, it's the thorns that are the bane of my existence, because you can't pogo on thorns. This room. No, I jumped too high! That last jump always gets me. It wouldn't be a problem if I could just take a moment to sit on that platform, but the platform will fall. Yes. Taking the tram, I suppose, really wouldn't make all that much of a difference if I was able to take the tram, but I'm still not going to. I got past that last jump once. And then I was stupid and hit the wrong button and jumped into an enemy that I didn't have to jump into. frustrating. Coral's probably really confused. I've zoomed past his head so many times. Not gonna lie, it's kind of weird to play the game without there being enemies in most of these rooms. It's eerie. At this point, I'm just being dumb, and it's frustrating. But I want to go over here and practice that jump a little bit. Because that one jump is causing all the problems. Where to go? Ah, right. This way. Yeah, this one room is where all my problems are for this mission. That was close. I didn't like that. Straight into the spikes. Okay, that was a little more comfortable. It came up with me under it. Okay, then. I will practice this until I can't get it wrong. A little bit too soon there. I almost hit the spikes. That's much more comfortable. Oh no, one of my Weaverlings got stuck again. Oof. I walked off the edge of the platform that time. Oh, now two of them are stuck. There you go, guys. Well, to be fair, I did do archery for a while growing up. My pawpaw and my dad built a shooting range next to our house. Back when we lived way out in the country. They would practice with their guns out there, but they also had targets for when my sister and I were practicing archery. I even had my own custom compound bow that was painted bright red. It was really cool. I loved that bow. But it ended up getting stolen. We never did find it. So I'm really out of practice. I think I had that bow cranked up to like 40 pounds. It would shoot pretty hard. I would have been able to go hunting with that bow if I had the nerve to actually shoot something that was alive. But I'm way too soft-hearted to actually hunt. Ooh, that was close. I jumped too high. And the funny thing is, I had to have custom arrows because my draw length was so short. Normal arrows, the standard arrows were too long. So my dad had to custom trim my arrows for me. Oh, it's getting kind of toasty. I think I'm gonna pin my hair up. Honestly, the only reason I got into archery is because I wanted to be a part of my dad's target practice kind of thing. I wanted to be involved in that, and my sister did as well. But I don't like guns. They're too loud, and the kickback is dangerous depending on the gun. So I opted for the more quiet form of ranged weaponry, which would be bow and arrows. And it was in no small part inspired as well by movies with like ninjas and such things as this, with the quiet stealth attacks and such, so on and so forth. I think I'm gonna actually turn off my heater. It's getting warm in here. That's probably not helping with my precision platforming. Just a second. Okay. I remember whenever I was practicing archery fairly regularly, I actually had pretty good aim. And I would have a cluster roughly about the size of your palm. Or my palm, at least. There have actually been a couple times where I ruined an arrow by shooting it with another arrow. Ah, blast it. I did try to avoid that though, since my arrows were custom length. Dadgummit! I'm dashing too soon, so I'm not getting high enough to get over the edge of the platform. It also helps that we lived way out in the country where we didn't have any neighbors. So we could get away with stuff like target practice without actually like disturbing anybody or posing a threat to neighboring houses. Honestly, it's the only reason I was able to practice is because we had our own shooting range built in next to the side of our house. So anytime I wanted to practice, I just had to go outside. I didn't have to like go to any sort of actual like official range or anything like that. So easy access to training grounds definitely made it a lot easier for me. Until my bow was stolen, of course, but, you know, it is what it is.
Why? La mer
I was never really able to get into sports because I don't have the dexterity or the control to be able to play properly. I remember I did try to get into volleyball at one point. And I could receive balls fairly well. But I couldn't, like, go for a spike or anything. Because I had zero control. I could hit the ball really hard, but it never went where I wanted it to go. You know? And besides, I grew up in a puny little town. It's like we did a lot of moving when I was growing up. So I can't really say I'm from any one place, except for I'm from the country. It's like the only consistent things about where I have lived is that it was out in the country in a very small town. So I never really had access to any kind of serious sport groups or anything like that. Which meant, of course, that I didn't get to practice or really be involved with anything that I could consider like an athletic hobby. With the exception of archery, I suppose, but even then, that's just something that I got into because my dad and my papa both used guns. But like, I remember in one of the places that I lived, we had a very small school. It's like to give you an idea of how small, my graduating class was only 20 people. 23, I think, maybe. And that's including myself. So, we never, the only sports anything that actually had support from the school was football. We had a pretty big gym, but it's like we only had band for the first couple years that I was in high school. And then our principal completely did away with band, so he could have more money to support football. We didn't have an art class. We didn't have band. It was like everything went to the football team. It was really irritating because my sister and I were both in band. When we had band, anyway. Yeah, I have the same problem. Oh, you blasted mosquitoes! That's what I get for trying to rush through. But yeah, that's my problem too, is that I've got a lot of strength, I guess, but not a lot of control. So like I tried to play volleyball for a while, and I did enjoy playing volleyball, but I wasn't good at it. You know, I couldn't do pretty much anything, and since we didn't actually have a volleyball team, I had no one to teach me how to play, you know? Which is sad because I might have been able to actually be a pretty decent volleyball player if we had a team. But since I had no one to train and learn with, it just kind of never became anything. And it's not to say like that I'd be able to be any kind of competitive sports player, but it would have been nice to, you know, be a part of something. I was in drill team for a while, but, you know, I don't honestly count that as actually being part of anything because I was only there for like a year. The captain and co-captain of the drill team were seniors whenever I joined. And when they graduated, the next captain and co-captain, they didn't listen to anybody. I loved drill team, but when the captain and co-captain graduated, we had been learning a routine to Footloose. And the next captain and co-captain, who happened to be a couple of my classmates, they decided that instead of doing Footloose, they were going to change the routine and do a routine to Call Me Maybe. And I was ticked off because we had been learning the routine to Footloose for a couple of weeks by that point. And I had almost gotten the entire routine down. There wasn't a whole lot of time before the next gig, you know, the pep rally where we did these routines. And I knew there wasn't going to be enough time for everybody to properly learn the new routine before the pep rally. So mind you, this was about the time when Call Me Maybe was going viral. And like everybody was listening to it on their phones during lunchtime. But, you know, it wasn't just the song. It was the fact that we had already started another routine. To a better song, mind you. There wasn't a whole lot of time left, but the real problem that I had, you know, even aside from the stupid Call Me Maybe thing, was the fact that my captain and co-captain were no longer listening. And they just completely disregarded everybody. Or at the very least, they completely disregarded me, which was frustrating in and of itself. So I quit drill team. And I hated to do it because I loved being in drill team, but I couldn't stand the new people who were in charge. So it was a rough dilemma, but I decided to just take myself out of the picture rather than be frustrated over something I had no control over. I didn't even go to that pep rally where they did that routine, so I don't know what the routine looked like, but I remember being told after the fact that I had made a smart choice to just take myself out of it because the routine was terrible and nobody did it well. Of course, I was also like the only one who took drill team very seriously. At that particular school, there was a lot of toxicity. Just because, you know, it was a small town, everybody knew everybody. And, I was not someone who was popular. Not to say that I was, like, widely disliked or anything like that, but I was the kid in the back of the class. You know, I sat quietly, did my work without bothering anybody, and I was, more often than not, when people showed me attention, it was to pick on me. Not to say that it was out of any form of malice. I'm pretty sure it was just they were venting because they had frustrations they needed to get out of their system. So, you know, no hard feelings about stuff like that. Okay. Holla! Okay. So close. No! Flip! I knew that was gonna happen. As soon as I walked off the ledge, I had that dread that something bad was about to happen. Ah!
Why? Hello, Penny.
I'm almost there, though. I'm almost there.
La mer, fin hello.
There were a few good things to come out of my high school, though. Like, I remember I was a member of the FFA group. And every year, our FFA group went to Schlitterbahn. That was easily, like, one of my favorite things. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who never got sunburnt during those trips to Schlitterbahn as well. Schlitterbahn, in case you didn't know, is a water park. It's a pretty big water park as well. And I always made a point to get a funnel cake while we were at Schlitterbahn. I still remember the jingle that used to play on the radio for Schlitterbahn. It's the hottest, coolest time in Texas. We're going to Schlitterbahn. It was the one thing that I always looked forward to in high school, because it was something we did every year. And it was a fun thing that we did every year. Whew. I almost fudged it. I don't have a lot of fond memories of high school. In fact, most of my childhood, I'm pretty sure, has been subconsciously repressed due to, you know, negative vibes and such. But, there were a few things that remain as sort of a positive imprint. Like Schlitterbahn trips. I had a friend in junior high that I always spent the weekends at her house. And, I remember vaguely that I was in one-act play for a while. And while I was in one-act play, we actually won a gold medal during a competition. I don't remember the full nature of the competition, but that was another fun thing that I got to do, was to be in one-act play. Even though I had stage fright. It was by no means an easy thing for me to be in one-act play. Oh, thank you, Grimchild. I was quite sure I was about to get hit by that mosquito. Oh, I forgot about that room. That could have gone very poorly. I even actually rescued a plush from the one-act play prop room. I actually stole a plush toy of a white cat. Her fur was all matted and filthy, and she had so many holes. It was awful. So I smuggled her out of there, cleaned her up, and patched the holes. And she's my rescue. I love her, but it's like, she's like one of the few toys that I can't bring myself to actually play with because she's been so roughed up, you know? Especially now that I'm bigger, like I am physically no longer a child. So playing with my toys, I find myself extremely self-conscious about how I handle them. Because I always feel like I'm smothering them, you know? Two of my spiders are stuck here on the corner of this ledge. Ah! I wasn't close enough. I couldn't tell where my footing was, and I didn't get close enough to the edge to be able to get across. Oh well.
Why? Hello, Penny. La mer, hello.
I got to use it a lot as well. I didn't like football because I couldn't see the point of football. You don't... First of all, it's not even football. The ball is not, in fact, a ball, first of all. It's a completely different shape. And second, you don't move it with your feet. You carry it with your hands. With the exception of the kickoff. I don't know why American football is called football. And honestly, it's kind of frustrating to me. But aside from that, it's just two teams of grown men and or women fighting each other to move said not ball from one end of the field to another. I never understood it. There's no like precision or elegance or any form of physical, you know, precision. It's just two teams running into each other to get the football across the field. It never made any sense to me. Not like synchronized swimming or even figure skating, where it's practicing a level of physical control over yourself to be able to perform arts and grace, first of all, or being able to time yourself with other people and display a level of teamwork with somebody else, or for like synchronized swimming. But, you know, not everyone is of this opinion, and I understand that. But yeah, as far as football goes, I was never a big fan of it. Particularly because of the schools I went to prioritizing football over literally anything else. Kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. That band was completely disbanded so that there would be more funding for the football team. I mean, spit, we didn't even have an art class because of this. My poor sister, all 4 years of her high school career, she tried to get into an art class, but the principal purposely scheduled it in such a way that art would have clashed with one of the classes that was required for her to graduate, such as math or science. It was aggravating to no end. Because our school would purposely schedule it in such a way that the fine arts were unable to fit. And the fact that this was deliberately done kinda... It's the one grudge I still hold. Because that's not okay. Thank you, Grimchild. Match. They're no match for my match. Nyum. Kersploosh. Okay. Zoom. Honestly, I think Green Path and the Queen's Gardens are one of my favorite areas just because of how alive it is. You know, even though this is all taking place underground, it's so full of greenery. And it feels very alive. Which is definitely a step up from Deep Nest. Okay, gotta focus up. There we go. I like Deep Nest for how creepy it is. They definitely pull off the vibe they were looking for in that area. But at the same time, I am perfectly content with never going there again. I have an orbital. I'm just gonna wait and see if the Weaverlings can actually... Yep, there's another one down. I love seeing them just dive bomb and catapult themselves across the screen. One of them got stuck again. Two of them got stuck. Okay. Now let's see if I can get through here. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was close, but I did it! Ta-da! Mission complete! Okay, Grey Mourner. I have good news this time.
Lemaire.
Lemaire, you have done this thing? Is it possible? This world's cruelty, I thought it overwhelming. But Lemaire, such great compassion. That Shay's love would know her partner's heart, even aeon past. Is it that, Lemaire? Such grief can end. Shay can end. Oh, and I, dear love, Shay too can end.
Lemaire. Yamafi.
Yes! Oh, that feels good. Now then, to deliver some flowers to other people. I'll be moving my dream gate over to the grave site so that, as with before, I can instantly warp back to retrieve another flower should the one I'm carrying be broken. Because I anticipate that happening quite a bit. feels good. I think my first mission, actually, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to deliver a flower up to Elderbug and then call it a night because it is, it's late. I have been at this for like 3.5 hours. It's going on 1 in the morning for me, so I should probably try to be responsible and wrap it up so I can go to bed. But thank you for hanging out with me, Virus. Don't worry, I'm not wrapping it up just yet. I anticipate this taking a while. Because I'll have to navigate out of Green Path and the Queen's Gardens. Oh, wow. So you're in the future, Virus. Well, I appreciate you coming back here to hang out with me, future man. It's always nice when you have company, especially for stressful events that aren't particularly fun to be a part of. Ooh, more essence. I've been getting a lot of essence recently from random enemies. Might be because I have completed the Dreamnail side quest, and B, well, actually no, it's probably just because I've completed the Dreamnail side quest. I did not mean to do that. Also, I do appreciate the host. I did not mean to do that again. I appreciate that, Virus. It's always good to know that you're not just like streaming to an empty room. I've had to do that a lot. I don't know what I'll be streaming after Hollow Knight, but I do plan on streaming some Nights into Dreams around Christmas time. because I have been purposely saving the Christmas edition of Nights into Dreams, well, for Christmas. Alright, let's see if I can get out of this room with a flower. Can I not pick one of these flowers? Oh no, did I botch it? I thought you could pick these flowers to... Ah, shoot. Oh well. I'll still go back up to Dirtmouth and pay a visit to Elderbug. He deserves all the love. Although on the bright side, since I don't have to worry about the delicate flower, I can take the stag station. Ow. I'm still like super curious about this thing. It's so big and it's so significant, and then you can't do anything with it. It's just here. It's like that one scene of Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind where she comes across the Ohm shell. It's incredible. I walked into it. Yes. Snapshot. On your death! I love that my companions basically one-shot these things. Yeah, I feel like there should be like a breakable wall to get through here. But this was just a little grub spot. The little fly trap things are so funny. I appear to have completely missed the stag station. I'm going the long way, it would seem. Oh well. Ow! Gives me a chance to kind of grind Geo from all these enemies. It's raining spiders! Or more specifically, weavers. I don't think they're actually spiders because they only have 6 legs. And likewise, they only have 6 eyes. And besides, the bugs in Hollow Knight don't particularly follow real-world biology. So even though they spin silk, they don't technically have to be spiders. They're weavers, because Hornet can also spin silk. But she's definitely not a spider. Oh, hello. Mildly surprised I never saw that. There we go. Dirt mouth. I suppose I've kind of been desensitized to spiders for the most part because I grew up around them so much.
Akala. Imtono.
Wherever you are, whatever it is you do now, I hope you three are looking after yourselves.
Papa Sude.
What do these bugs do with Geo? I honestly don't know.
Akala. Imtono.
Okay, but I believe I have made wonderful progress. Thank you again for coming to hang out with me. I still don't know where the last two mask shards or the vessel fragment is, but I'll have to look up and see if I can still deliver the delicate flowers after having completed the Grey Mourner's side quest. Because I thought you could get the flowers, I thought you could pick them from the grave. But I'll have to look into that. But I'd say this is as good a place as any to call it for the night, because it's nearly 1 in the morning. Yeah, there we go. This is adorable. Me and my 4 kids. We've got Match, my triplet weavers, and me, and Grandpa Elderbug. I love it. I'm gonna have to draw fan art of this. So cute. This game is incredibly grim and dark, and it's a very heavy atmosphere. But it's so wholesome at the same time. Cherry Team, I salute you. How you managed to pack so much into this one game, I will never be able to wrap my head around. Ah, it's been a good stream. I'm still like 30 followers away from being affiliate, and so far, Virus, you're the only one who watches me consistently. But once I get there, And once I'm able to be an affiliate and make my own emotes and have subscriptions and all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna make you a VIP. Because you've been the only constant for me so far. And it means a lot to me that you're still here and that you're willing to commit to being for every stream that I have. That's I don't think you realize how big that is for me. So thank you again, as always, for being here and just for being overall a great person to be around. That being said, it is going on 1 in the morning, and while I myself will more than likely be up for like another... Goodness, I don't even know how much longer I'll be up, but I should wrap things up, because I know it's particularly late for you who are in the future, and I need to be smart and not strain myself, because I don't want to get burned out. Unfortunately, today was Saturday, so I won't be streaming again until next Wednesday. If something comes up and I can't stream on Wednesday, I'll put an update on my Twitter, so you can keep an eye on me there as well. So if something happens, then it won't be without warning. I'll update on Twitter every now and again, and if something happens, I always put it there. So I will see you Wednesday, and I hope you have a good weekend and good rest, my friend. Until we dream again, Virus. Carpe Noctem.